I don't know what's going on. I think it's the paint fumes. Hey everybody, and welcome to Spriken Studios. I'm your host, Mr.Spriken. Yeah. What are we doing today? We're doing something super exciting. That is our very first official Gunpla project. I don't count that HGUC statue thingy as a Gunpla project. That was mainly just a testing out a painting technique. This is going to be a super official project. So you might be asking, Mr. Spriken, what the heck Gunpla are you actually going to build and paint? What are you doing exactly? I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. It's a big kit, pretty huge. And if you subscribe to the channel and you see all my videos, you would have known that I did a little preview short video, so you know what it is. None other than dun dun dun, our high-grade Baund Doc. Yes, this is amazing. I love it. It looks so cool. It looks like some kind of animal or dog or something or other with those cool little ear antenna thingies. With the angle and everything, I don't know. Okay, let me fix this. Okay, so where was I? Ah, yes. So when I was looking through my backlog and of all the things I didn't build yet, and all my Gunpla kit in my whatever this thing's called, display case, I saw the Baund Doc and I thought this would be amazing, super rusted up, like a big piece of junk. Now, just bear with me here. Like, think about something that lives in a junkyard, scrap or something or whatever, or lives somewhere where it's pretty junky. Maybe kind of like that planet from Thor Ragnarok, where the collector lived and like all the junky stuff around. Anyways, this thing lives there and it's gonna be all, you know, mishmash of different parts, different painted parts and rusty and everything like that. And maybe, you know, people stumble upon it, think it's kind of dead or whatever, and then it gets up and goes crazy and kills everybody. That's what I was thinking. What do we have here? Spriken Studios project board. Hey, there's me. Yes, we have our Baund Doc that we're doing now. Then we got an unboxing that's going to be coming. Custom musume. Oh, I have actually 2 custom things planned that I'm currently figuring out. So that's going to be cool. Maybe then how to make a simple diorama, like the last diorama I made, but very more scaled down and simple. And I'll show you how to make it, and then you can learn all the kinds of things that are amazing. And then look at this. We have, who knows what's coming. Who knows, maybe one of these slots and these things can change all around, but if you guys have anything in the comments that you want to share, you want me to do, you want to see, just let me know, and it could end up on this board, all thanks to you. Maybe, if you even want to, if it's something I choose, I can put it up here, and I can put your name beside it, inspired by. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. Yeah, we got our Baund Doc, we got to build this. So, that's first thing on our agenda. Watch this. Isn't that amazing? I don't know, people seem to do these kind of effects during their videos, and people love it, and they're big and successful. So that's what we're going to do. This is amazing, for one. Look at this. Squishy parts. This is so cool. I really like this. So we're going to definitely use those. Those are going to be used in tandem with some of our MSG parts. Yeah, and here we got like a bunch of these guys, pipes and things. So we're going to be using those. This comes with a really cool, nice, big, elaborate, clear base thingy. That's pretty nice of them. But I don't think we're going to be using this. So we're going to put it away for now. Yeah, we're just going to build this guy up straight. Okay, now let's see if I have the power to do this yet again. Hiya! Ta-da! Like magic. This thing is so cool, like incredibly cool. Super huge. It's got like the wonkiest proportions I've ever seen, but it works. Great cool claw feet and claw arm. That head is so cool and amazing. Man. Yeah, it's really nice. And I think I may actually rig this up to him as well. Finally a kit big enough where this thing doesn't dwarf it. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff going on here on the table, and I'll explain the method to my madness here. So for starters, I don't know, you guys can see this, it looks like this little PC bit here. Comes from a MSG weapon, I think, of some kind, part set that I got. And I just keep all these little bits and throw them in the drawer, and just whenever they come handy, I look through and yeah, see if I could use them. In this case, kind of looked like it could be like a latch handle of some kind. So just where these flaps come up, I just pin vise some holes in there and add that on as a little detail. So I'll do it on this opposite side here as well. And I'll put that in. And speaking of MSG option part kind of things, you may notice there is some extra cable. In this case, it's kind of like carbon fiber cable coming from the backpack and leading into the torso. Yeah, those are extra. I decided to throw them in. Kind of a nice looking detail. We are indeed going to be using this Super Gatling gun thing as his weapon. Now, this is a Gundam specific weapon. Like, it works for high grades and master grade Gundam. And then this kind of magazine and drum is an MSG part. And what we're going to do is we're just going to attach this drum to where we made our hole, and then what were we going to do with this? Oh yes, there's a hole in here. I don't know if you could see, it looks kind of a little bit chewed. I had to make it as big as I could, as best I could, with pin vise, so that it fit the pegs on our Baund Doc's arm here that held the shield. The spacing, I noticed, is perfect for the spacing on this bottom attachment part. All I have to do is attach this, and then the drum follows suit in there. Yeah. Of course, we have a little bit of technical difficulties. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and it's gonna work perfectly as his main super weapon. We are going to give him some rivets, courtesy of our dollar store Dollarama mini embellishments, which is just these little containers of different jewel type things. So as you can tell, he's missing a big chunk of the back, and that is because it is setting with some glue with this wire mesh. I figured this would be a cool, nice detail to add here when it's on. Yeah, that'll look pretty neat. I had this wing option set part thingy from some kind of Gundam thing. And I had all these, and I never liked it. It was always kind of bugging me and was useless and just sitting around for the longest time. But I don't know, I'm kind of digging them potentially on this guy. He's big enough, he can handle so much. So I was thinking of maybe fixing him up on both sides, kind of, you know, like porcupine-esque. Obviously, I'm not kind of sure what, how many, and I don't want to be overkill, but it can kind of be like Stegosaurus almost. Who knows? But it could look cool. So we moved over to the bigger work desk here in Spriken Studios because because we got a lot of junk and stuff and parts to play around with. For one thing, the carbon fiber-ish, what are these thingies? MSG modeling supply pipe thingies? Is that what they are? Pipes? Who knows? But, so they're coming out of the backpack just fine, but we didn't have any place to kind of fix them to. So what I did was, I took this container full of the Gundam connector thingies. What the heck are these called? I know there's a name for them. It's escaping me now. And we just found a couple things. A couple little guys that they fit into. I don't know if we can see this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill with the old trusty pin vise. And then we're going to drill holes in the top of the leg part here. So it's going to sit nicely in there. I'll show you. Ta-da! Okay, so we got our cables hooked into the legs, and those will easily go back into our backpack. Now what details do we have to work with here? Oh yeah. Oh, everything's super shaky. Okay, so for so for this main body, what I'm going to do is I have some nice chain, dollar store chain. What am I going to do with this? I kind of wanted to have like some chains hanging out from underneath this thing. So we got some magnets, and we're going to secure them inside of this nice detailed, I don't know, what are we going to call this? A hull? Like a ship's hull thingy. We're going to fix some magnets in there, and we'll be able to very easily hang these around, hang these chains. It should add some cool detail. And since I haven't been having the best of luck with my super glues and Mr. Cement, I'm going to use this super industrial something 6000. Who knows what it is? 1, 2, 3. That'll work nicely. And we're going to mirror that on the other side. So here we have the main hull, we're calling it, or body. And as you can see, I have placed all of the rivets just using our Mr. Cement, which is fantastic for this. Really easy. Dry in no time at all. Yeah, so we have this over the whole thing. But now what we want to do, we want this piece of armor to be different than the rest. So it's going to be like really, really heavy, like casted metal and held together. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the texture on it. I'm going to do it with our Tamiya putty, as we have in the past. And we're going to mix it with some of this Mr. Cement. This stuff is really drying quick. I wonder if I could put some water in there. Who knows? But we're going to start stippling this on all over the place. Whew. Super important, folks. Always do this glue stuff in a well-ventilated area. Oh. Yeah, this is looking pretty cool. It'll be great once painted. I'm going to be painting this kit up in the most rusted, junky way humanly possible. And I'm going to be doing it with all this stuff you see here. And we're actually going to be painting this mostly, if not entirely, by hand. That's right, by hand, this hand. Here, guys. And we're actually going to be using craft paint. I know. You're saying, Mr. Spriken, have you lost your damn mind? These craft paints you can get at the dollar store or at Walmart and things, and they're really cheap. Look at them. Just look at these guys. I mean, there's an apple on that one. Can you really paint Gundam with such things? I challenge you to stop me. I challenge all of you guys at home to grab some Gunpla, grab stuff, whatever you have around, kits, and paint them. Paint them with whatever you have. No airbrush, just brush, hand paint, just craft paint, whatever you got. Don't be afraid. After all, it's just Gunpla, not life or death. It's good to be brave. Now I'm not saying grab like super expensive kit and then just start trashing it. No. You gotta be willing to live with your consequences of your actions. So me, I really like this kit, but I have no plans for it. I don't have any attachment from the anime or anything like that. And I had no plans of painting it up as it usually is, however, in these wacky colors, even though it's cool. And what I really love doing is weathering and making things kind of beat up and, dirty and all that stuff. And this kit, it just screamed at me, this could look really cool. So I'm going to do it, and it's going to be fun, and I think it's going to look quite good. But yeah, I think it's important to, just have fun. Have fun and challenge yourself and just say, hey, just Gunpla. I can get more in the future. I'm going to try and make this what it looks like in my head or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Okay, everybody, check out this interesting look we have here. Yeah, he's like porcupine-esque. I decided to remove this shoulder because I want this to look very kind of, unfinished, or, all the armor's been stripped away and it's just the frame carrying the super Gatling gun. Yeah, so I want you to think that, maybe this was kind of the original look, so he's missing the shoulder pad and the housing armor for the inner frame. So here's our lovely Baund Doc all primed up in gray and lead belcher. And suddenly those spikes, porcupine-esque quills are looking pretty good. Alright, so we have our nice rusty color mixed up here, and we're just gonna start slopping it on. Just watch how crazy this is. Oh, it feels so liberating and yet so wrong. Check it out. Not too shabby, huh? Or maybe in other words, super shabby. With all that nice rust paint. Look at it. One giant mess. Yeah. It's starting to look like what we want already. And so now, before I paint on some of his exciting colors, we are going to use our masking fluid and just mask off a whole bunch of different areas so that it'll all peel off nicely. God. It smells like death. Oh my God. Okay, I'm assuming we just dunk it in here with our brush, and then we just place it on randomly. I assume. Like this. So we got our 2 blue apple barrel paint, and we're just going to be stippling it on. Ooh. Now don't judge the color yet when it goes on, because there's still going to be lots of weathering over top of it and lots of peeling and different things that'll tone it right down. So do not be alarmed with this color. I'm saying that to me mostly. I know what you're thinking. Mr.Spriken, what the hell have you done here? You have totally ruined this wonderful, wonderful kit. Well, you might be right, but I think we need to give it a chance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry brush this whole guy in some dark steel. Yes, some Vallejo dark steel, and maybe even a touch of silver. But I'm going to show you. Once we do that, oh, here's my brush, which I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to show you, once we dry brush him in all of his steel, we're going to hit the whole thing with a nice brown wash. And then after that, in combination with our pigments, this thing's really going to start to look like a proper, realistic, super junk, rusted mech robot of some kind. Trust. Well, it's finally done. It took a lot longer than I had planned or had thought because of all the different drying times for all this weathering, but I think it turned out quite well. I must admit, it turned out quite different than I had planned originally. I kind of just threw together this color scheme at the last minute. Yeah, originally it was kind of be one giant ball of rust, no color at all, just like, you know, a basic metal. Would have been kind of boring that way. So I'm glad I was able to add in these colors, and I think they worked out nicely. Yeah. What do you guys think? Maybe the mud on the feet's talons was going a bit overboard, but yeah, this guy, he needed the ultimate muck job. Another cool project in the books. What do you guys think? I personally love how dirty this thing is. And it seems like the projects I work on just keep getting bigger and bigger. Well, in this case, this is a pretty big high grade, so I really enjoyed working on this, and I'm most pleased with the fact that I was able to do it painting him entirely kind of just as a figure. I didn't even really break him apart. I just kept him as you know, fully formed and hand painted him. And sure, we may have missed some inner parts here and there or something, but I sure can't see any. Posing him looks good. I was able to touch up the areas that I didn't get, and it was really just a fun, different way of doing Gunpla and working on things. Yeah, so it's just like, you know, if you guys don't have an airbrush and, you know, not a lot of equipment or anything, you can find ways of painting your Gundam, Gunpla, or Musume. Take two. One of the things I'm most proud of is just showing you that you could take any kit, well, this kit, for example, and you don't need to paint it up with an airbrush, and you don't need to have a whole bunch of stuff. So you can find a way to paint your Gunpla or make a Musume with just the craft supplies at your local, you know, big box store or what have you. You can hand paint it all like I did in figure mode and still make it look cool. Because I didn't even break this apart. That was it. I just snapped it together and I was like, how am I going to do this? I'll just prime it all up together and then paint it while I'm posing it and everything. And okay, it took a little while. The point is, it's possible. And although it looks like just a hunk of scrap, that was the look I was going for. So it's not a fail. I wanted it to look this rough and beat up and junky, and mission accomplished. I guess in the grand scheme of things, if you want to do things on the cheap with hobby paints and hand painting and everything, it's best to give it a rougher look, because clean looks might be a little bit tougher to achieve. I wouldn't say impossible, but we have to work our way up to that skill level to do it. And it's really cool as a villain bot for our Dingo by Who Frame Arms Girl. Yeah, that was a good combo. I'm glad I gave that a spin. I'm starting school Monday. Back to university. It's gonna be so much work. So it's going to mean less videos, sadly. So I'm gonna have to probably move to a once a fortnight video, as in once every 2 weeks. Yeah, that'll probably be the new Spriken Studios schedule. Unless you guys are okay with me, you know, making like filler videos of me visiting local hobby stores and just giving you updates and things. I can do that, but I don't want to give you guys videos that are gonna bore you or anything. Like this video might, because it might be going on too long. I'm gonna continue to do my best to bring you fun and exciting projects, because the truth is I have like so many different things lined up and a lot of things I want to do. But anyways, this channel is not going anywhere. I'm always gonna make videos. Okay, so time to wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoyed this hand-painted Gunpla project, and let me know in the comment section maybe what your favorite part is or what you would like to see for future projects, and maybe just, you know, your experiences on hand painting your stuff or painting in different ways or whatever. If you have any tips or techniques or different things to share or things that inspire you, let me know. The very last thing I will say, this video, I'm gonna be, wait, I don't know, what am I saying? I'm gonna be messing around with some format stuff, different style videos or different ways of filming or bringing you content in terms of length or different things. I don't know, because I want to get better and I want to be more interested in you guys and up my game here, because I feel like the way I'm doing things right now might not be, I don't know what I'm saying. No, I'm gonna erase all this. Forget it. I didn't say anything. Okay, this is Mr.Spriken. Yeah! I have to go, so I'll see you next time with another video. Bye bye. Stay cozy and creative.